Hello friends, Cheryl here with inkedpulp. We are back with December 4th, Dephemerember project. Before I jump into that, I want to show you, I did go back and finish up the floating pocket and bold numbers, and I wanted to show you how that came out. So here is this one. This one has the ledger paper on it. And I put some Velcro. I put 3 Velcro dots on there to hold it closed. And then I had this tag. This is actually a rub-on that I put a floral on there. And then I just stuck a couple of, this is a calendar. And isn't that cute? I may not keep those in there when I go to use, excuse me, I've got the hiccups. When I go to use these pieces, I may, substitute something else, but you can see. So that was the finished, whoops, I did put it in the pocket. That was floating pocket number 1. And again, that can go into another pocket. It can go into a tuck spot. It can attach onto the side of a page. That's what I have here with this one. So, funny thing, I had stamped this 23 in the video, but it was upside down. Oh man, there I go, making a mistake again. So I just stamped the 23 onto some fabric and put the fabric on with some ratted edges. I put a number 558 down here for some extra numbers. This is a ruffle. And then I've got a little bird that I put on there. Okay, again, I have 3 Velcro strips. And again, I have a couple of, I think these are from Tim Holtz. These are just cards from Tim Holtz. And I just wanted to demonstrate that, these can go in here in the pockets and how the floating pocket works. And again, I would just take this on the side of a page, get my little journal out here. This is my little one. But I would just take this and hook it onto the side of a page like that. And then that bulldog clip can hang off the side. Okay, but that makes it a floating pocket. All right, and then the last one, this one's kind of fun. I put down some book page, and I put down a spray of flowers, and the pinks match the pinks over here. I put some more numbers up here at the top, but these are the big bold numbers. And again, 3 pieces of Velcro, and this is the photographic album. And this one is a yellow rose. So probably not the final cards that will go in there or tags, but it shows how they would look. So those were the projects from yesterday. This is my favorite. This is my absolute favorite. I love that rub-on. In fact, I'm going to try to use some more rub-ons today because I just love them. All right, so that was yesterday's finish. And the thumbnail in yesterday's video, I used the finished products, so you can see them there as well. So today is postcard and hand or machine stitching, and I'm going to use machine stitching. So I'm going to do something very simple. I've got these various postcards, and I'm going to make pockets out of them. Here's one that I did already. This was an old car, stitched around the edge. I gusseted the edges, and it's ready to go. Now, I can add a little bird, a butterfly, a word here, and we'll decorate the other ones a little bit more. But this was, again, very simple, nothing fancy, just taking a postcard and making a pocket out of it. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if we can get 4 of these done today. The first step in this compartmental making is to score them. Okay, that's 5.5 across. Yeah, I'm going to score them at 5 because, well, at 1/2 inch, because I want them to not be quite as wide as what they are. Okay, and I tend to score on both sides, so because this is a little bit heavier paper, and I want it to score well. And then this one, do it 1/2 inch. And 1/2 inch. Okay, that one's scored. So we'll just go through and score all of these real quick. Yeah. I only did a 1/4 inch on the card, but that was a smaller postcard, so I didn't want to take up a whole 1/2 inch of the actual card. Now, again, you may ask, why am I scoring both sides? And that's so that it doesn't crack. Ooh, it doesn't crack when it bends. Okay, I just tore that one. This one's a little delicate. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a little bit of this tape. Come on. Take a little piece of this tape here. I'll just take this piece that's already narrowed down. Boy, these things are hard to get off of here. And I am just going to put that right there. Now, when I bend it over, I will very likely put a piece on this side as well. Okay? So there we are. There's that one. Again, no problems that can't be fixed. We're just going to make that one look extra grungy. You notice that a lot of these postcards are written on. Wow, these are coming off. So that's okay. We'll fix it. We will fix it. Hang on, let me see what else I have here. One little. Well, I need it kind of long, and I don't necessarily want to cut it. And we'll put some more tape on the front side. When we fold it up and stitch it. Stitching is going to help a little bit too. Okay, there's that one. I'm going to start on the back of this one. Okay, this one's only 5 1/4. So I'm just going to do a 1/4 inch here. I'm going to go 1/4. Quarter. And this is going to be a little more than a 1/4. Right, let's. So you might want to test your cards before you score them. Make sure they're sturdy enough for the scoring. These were obviously not. These are from 19. Oh, this one did too. This one's 1949. So this one You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to use, well, I don't have any out here. I was just going to use Scotch tape instead of this stuff, but it's all right. We'll put that on there. I need to actually, I'm going to pause you for a minute. I'm going to go get some Scotch tape. All right, I'm back. Got a brand new roll of Scotch tape here. I used up my other stuff yesterday. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on this side first. Then I'm going to turn it over and line it up so that it fits. Now, once that is bent, we'll be inking it up. So, and I will put some. Oh, you know what I did? I did this one wrong. I didn't do these other ones like that. I did this one upside down. See, you guys, I'm telling you. Okay. Let's do a 1/4 inch here. Right, and I'm not going to do the other side because, yeah, that's going to be just fine, except that now I have two choices. Yeah, I'm just going to take this off. I'm going to get my scissors will work. And I'm just going to cut this across the top because I don't necessarily need it. So once again, and that is nowhere near straight. Once again, showing the fact that there are really no mistakes that can't be fixed. I don't know where my other paper trimmer went. And this one's really a fragile card. So I'm just gonna, there we go, right along the top to straighten it out. All right. Now, I want to go along. Yeah, see, this one's coming apart here too. This is a really fragile card, but that's okay. I still want to make it into a pocket because I like it. All right, so what we're going to do is come along and miter these corners. Hang on one second. Yep. There we go. And we're going to miter. And then I'm going to take off here and here. All right, so those are going to fold in like that. All right, so let's do the rest of these. I had 4 of them. I did. Here's the other. The other one that's real tender and is going to need some help. All right, so let's go here. And here. Here. And there. And there. And there. Okay, we're doing this the compartmental style. We're doing them a step at a time. Same step for all of them. So I'm going to go from this way because that is torn. All right. And then I probably should have taken that stamp off of there, but that's all right. We had a child who wrote something on there too. And then the last one, and I don't know how it is, I've noticed this before with this miter board, that I measured them the same on each side, but they're not the same. Anybody else have that problem? All right. Let's get all these little corners up. All right, and before we fold those up, the next thing we need to do is put a thumb notch in them. There you go. I'll try to get it centered. All right, here we go. Now, I'm going to go and sew around these just inside where the fold is, and then we'll start putting them together. So I'm going to put you guys on pause while I go and sew, and I'll be right back. All right, friends, everything is sewn. Now, this one was the first one I did, and it sewed a little bit. I originally just put a straight stitch around it. And then as I went to sew the next one that was really fragile, I thought, you know, why don't I just do a zigzag over where all the folds are? And that will hold those two pieces together. And then I'll get this little decorative edge around it. So I already had the straight stitch on this one, so I obviously left that. And it's wonky, it's not perfect. But there's that one. And then this one, again, I've got you can see the little edging around it from the zigzag stitch, but that zigzag stitch was perfect. Now, what I am going to do, where I haven't done it yet, is I'm going to go, these all have it. I'm going to make sure that there's some Scotch tape on the inside. Now, is it this one? No, it's not this one. One of these has where did it go? Had an edge that didn't, oh, right here. This didn't hold together even with the stitching because the stitching came through. So I'm going to put Scotch tape on the back. Again, I already have some there. And then I'll probably put a bit of the old tape on the front. And I'll probably put it on there crooked to give it a little bit of character. And I don't need a piece that wide. Let's take out some of these other. They do give you a lot of tape. I will give them that. Oh, these are thinner. No. Hang on, I'm just looking to see if I need to cut it down, and I don't think I do. Because this sheet is a little bit thinner than the other sheets. So they give you some varying widths. This, by the way, is the Tim Holtz age tape, and I know you can make your own. I've seen all the videos, and I thought about doing it. And then I thought, you know, this is not, well, hello. If you would pull it from the right side, it might work. Okay. Are you guys laughing at me yet? You should be. So what I want to do is put this on here, a little cattywampus. And I might just get a longer piece. So it'll, now am I on the right side? Yes, I am. Okay. And I think I'll just put this little piece up here like this, so we have some old tape there. All right, now we have to ink them up. And here's what I don't know. I'm going to use this as my play around card. I definitely want to ink the tops. And see this where I even did the single stitch is coming apart, so we'll put some tape on that. What I'm not sure is, do I want to ink up the edges of this white thread? I think I might, actually. I think that kind of looks good. I put the white on to stand out, but, you know, we don't like our solid white stuff. So it might be good to ink it, and these are just some extra threads I have here. So we'll cut those off. All right, so now on this one, we're going to take there we go. And take this thin piece and put it right on there. And I may end up putting another piece on just to be consistent. So that's that. Now let's do the rest of them real quick. Go around and ink them up. And then what I want to do is bust out some stickers and, I don't know, maybe some lace. I don't think I want to use lace though. There we go. And on this one, since it's a water scene and there's a lot of white, I'm not going to go too hard over the white thread. I mean, I will ink it up, but I'll leave some of it a little bit white. There's that one. So this is a really simple idea, and I want to stress again, I know I say this in every video, there are no mistakes, very few, there are some. There are very few mistakes that can't be fixed. Like I had these cracking cards, the stitching over it worked like a charm, and Here we go. All right, I'm going to pull out, first of all, we might want to do some of that. There's some of those. Just pulling out what I think we might use. Yep. No, maybe not that one. Maybe some of that. So I know I'm pulling out a lot, but I want to have some choices. And I need the kind of smaller, that one will be great. Put plants in there that might work. Okay, here's a bunch of rub-ons. Let's see, what do we want to do? So on this one, I was thinking, ooh, nope, that's too big. We could put maybe this one on there. Now you have to remember that rub-ons are translucent, so you got to think about what they're going to look like once. Oh, I like that. I like that. So let's put that on there. I know I've got a ton of tools from these guys. That's the nice thing about the Wandic, and I love these rub-ons. I cannot say enough about them. I have another brand coming today that I'm anxious to try out because it's birds. Whoops. That part down there didn't stick, and this part up here didn't stick. So if your rub-ons don't go down at first as you're peeling up the transfer paper, just lay it back down and rub over it again. And then sometimes what I do is take this shiny side of the backing and just burnish it down. Now some rub-ons you can't do that with. With these, it works like a charm. All right, so we've got that there. What about, what I'm looking for is maybe that one's kind of big. I was looking for a little bird that maybe we could put up here, or a butterfly, or a couple of toadstools that are kind of cute. This one might be too big. Let's see. Oh, let's just do it. Scale doesn't matter in this world, right? And look at how cute that is when that's there. You've got the house, you've got a little bird coming down. I need something more in the plants. I can't just have that one. Let's find something else I can use. If we put that down just beside that, oops, just a couple of little sprigs. Well, come on. Coming up out of the ground right next to this plant. And you can, I've done it before, you can put, there, that one doesn't show up so great, but it is there. And then no, I don't think we need anything on the other side. I think that actually looks good. What do you guys think? We got this little plant here, we've got this plant, and we've got this bird. And that, my friends, was a postcard. And then the little stitching around it. So that one I'm going to call done. Let's look at this one. This one definitely needs some kind of a bird or a butterfly or you know what? Ooh. I've got Travel and Inspire here, and I could put those so this one is from Stamperia. This is not my Wandic, but I like it. I like it along with, I've got a butterfly that I'm going to use. Oops, this one's a little tougher to get off. Let's see if I've got a, there we go. More with the popsicle stick. I can really press down with that one. All right, let's see if that worked. Yep, looks like it did. Nope, this one up here now. Got to get it really good. This is why I love those Wandic ribbons. They just come off so easy. Okay, we've got Travel and Inspire, and then I have where did they go? There they are. Some of these little butterflies. Huh. And these come with some tape on the back to make them stand up. And I don't necessarily want it that high or at all to stand up. So I'm going to take that off and put on now there's 2 layers to these butterflies. Actually, probably what I should have done. Let me do something different. Let me put this back down This one is completely flat on the sheet, and that's what I wanted. There we go. Inspire with the butterfly. And then, oh, here's some tiny little butterflies on here. I don't know, do we need more? Yeah, I think we do need a little bit more. Maybe some little flowers down here alongside the roadway. Let's find something real little. We'll get these little, these look like little white tulips. Here's what they look like. What time was? Oh, we're only 36 minutes, so I'm doing okay. Now, these are the Wandex, so I won't have to. I know I sing their praises, and I promise you I'm not sponsored by them. I just love their stuff. Oh my goodness, look at that. Is that not adorable there? Let's do a couple more little. Like maybe something right here. Oh, I see something I want. How to get to it though. There we go. This is a great rub-on pack because I think they made it because some of these flowers are connected to like be a background for something, but I'm just cutting out the individual pieces and using those because they are so cute. I love them. Okay, come on. This is just like stickers. Getting this backing off is sometimes a challenge. There we go. There, look at all those little flowers down there at the bottom. Then we have our travel and inspire up here. I could put some white splatters on that, but I'm not feeling so inclined to do that right now. And I'm also not inclined to put another butterfly on here because if I do one, then I'm going to have to do multiples. So I'm going to leave it just like that. There's our second one. Now this one. Let's see what we want to do. Let me get rid of these backing pieces. All right. Now I do think that somewhere in here, maybe over here, I do want a butterfly. And then I want something here, and I'm wondering if I have any. Here we go. Create important memories. Hey, that's put on there. Memory lane. Oh, maybe memory lane, because this might be going down memory lane here at this house, or dreamland. I like memory lane. Yep, let's put memory lane right there. I think I'm just going to stick with the rub-ons for this. I don't think I'm going to do any lace, or, when I go to stick it down, I might want to put lace around the edges. I certainly can do that later if I want to. All right, there's memory lane. And how about, no, that's too big. I keep going back to this one pack because I just love it. This is kind of a fall scene. What if we found some? These are from Your Creative Studio. Let's see what's in this pack. What about that right there? Oops, so much for that popsicle stick. Guess I'm pressing too hard. I don't know my own strength. Yeah, right. Okay. Those are nice rub-ons too. Okay, there's memory lane. There's another. Anything else we need to add on here? I'm just not sure. I don't see anything that really stands out and says, add me, add me. Okay, again, this one is Your Creative Studio. Now, where did that butterfly go? It went right here. Come on. All right. There's that. Now, I also had This little bird, oh, look at this one. You know, I look at these little rub-ons and I think, oh, I don't want to use that, then I won't have it again. And I think, well, you're silly, because all you have to do is order another package. And they're not that expensive. So let's see, if I put that down there, I'd have to put something up beside it. Or no, don't stick. Or I can just put it right down here. Let's put it right down here. I think that works better. There. It's actually kind of hard to see. I might have to go with a white gel pen and do an outline around him very lightly. Very, very lightly. Do you know this trick? If your gel pens stop writing, go on your hand and they'll start going again. There. We've got him outlined just a little bit. Kind of a sketchy outline. And what I might do is take my, oh, where did it go? My Stabilo all. This is not the all, but I'm not going to wet it, so. I'm just sort of drawing in some of these feathers to make him stand out a little bit more. Yeah, that didn't. This is a white Stabilo. Why didn't I use this one? Because it doesn't work. But actually, I like that better than the stark white. What it's doing is making the bird kind of gray around the happy accident. Look at this. I like that better. I don't know if it's, So I'm going to play around with this till I mess it up, and then I have to put something else over it because I don't like it. That's usually how it goes. Yeah, that's kind of how that went. I'm not liking that bird so much, but I'm going to leave him for now. And I can think about putting something else over that. I've got another bird here. He's a little bigger, and I'll think about that later. But for now, we've got a butterfly, we've got a little bird, memory lane. All right. And then the last one is this floral one, and I definitely need a butterfly and a bird in this one. This one's got purple. I don't want this one. I think I want some of this purple here. And then I think I also want some of this rub-on, but I want it just in intermittent places. I don't want to put it over the whole thing. So I'm going to try, and again, this may not work. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that. Can you see that? See how it's just got some text in there? Yep, I like it a lot. There, can you see the little bit of writing in there? I like it. This one's not quite done yet, so I think I will. We can put this little flower down here. There we go. I can't really see it, but we'll put this one back in its case. And then I definitely need a decent sized butterfly. Let's see what I have. No butterflies in this mushroom pack. Come on. Okay, no butterflies in there. This one's all fall. This is the romance, but I wonder if there might be. Oh, that's just one page. I hope I didn't pay too much for that one. Okay. Let's see. I have here. Ah, here we go. A dragonfly on here. Oh, there's a butterfly. Or we could put like a really nice dragonfly on there. Let's look at these. And I need something kind of light because I want to do something like that on there. I don't know. Let's cut him out and see. Now, when you take off the backing paper and you lay them down to test them, don't let them go down too far or too hard because it will pull the ink off. But I think I like that. I like that a lot. And then maybe a word down here. And because I already have some text with, well, I don't know if it would compete or not. Circle me. Nope. That's the thing I really like about these. Is if you start pulling it up and you see that it's not coming up correctly, you haven't ruined anything. Just let it fall right back down in place. And continue rubbing it. Oh, look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? I might not need to add anything, although I think it needs something right down here. I don't know what. And I don't want to overdo it. I could put one sort of going off the edge. But I don't know. I don't know if I need that. Let's see what we think. So if we have that kind of coming in off the edge, oh, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. So let's just put it down. And here I'm putting rub on over the top of, because I put the text down there first. And now I'm putting this over the top, and it's perfectly fine. It doesn't hurt anything to do that. I've done it before. Oh my word. Okay. This one might be my favorite. Let's get these back in here. I'll do all the cleanup once I shut the camera down, but I just want to put these away, move everything else off to the side so we can look at what we did. All right, so here's this one. Here's this one, my least favorite. I gotta find something else to put over that bird. That's just not good. The others I like a lot. I like them a lot. Actually, I'm going to let them kind of stand up on there. That way you can see them better. So we'll pull them up one at a time. So there was this one, very simple. It's got some old tape here. It's got a pretty bird and some floral over here. This one, which I absolutely love, flowers, 2 dragonflies, love it. I love this one. I kind of think it needs something more. I'm not sure what, but I'll figure that out. And then there's this one, which I love except for the bird. And I just need to find something else that can cover up that bird. That bird was too small for that spot. And I just need to cover it. I was looking at these little mushrooms since this is a, nope, that one's too big. Wonder if, let's see if this little mushroom will work. But I have to get upstairs. My husband has gone off hunting for the afternoon. And I told him I would bake him some brownies today. I told him I'd bake several batches and then we could freeze some so he's got them when he wants them. You know, you can kind of see the bird behind it, but it's not horrible because you don't know what it is. There, I like that a lot better. And see how you can see the bird a little bit behind it, but it doesn't look like, it looks like it's just a background. So there, I think we fixed that. All right, folks, I am so appreciative for you coming and hanging out with me. And this is day 4 of Dephemerember. I'm thrilled with it. And I will see you again tomorrow for day 5. Thanks for hanging out with me. Please give me a thumbs up if you would, if you like the video. And find some old postcards and make some pockets out of them. Talk to y'all later. Bye.